How we doing, folks? Welcome back to the Nightmare Cabin. I've done a bit of shopping and I've got a big box of Christian metal to go through with you from Roxx Records. Those guys did me a pretty sweet deal, so I thought I'd unbox it all for you and go through what they all are. What we've got as well is three releases on this are from No Life Till Metal, which is Scott Walter's record label. Scott Walters is my friend that's been joining me for the past couple of videos. He did the Deliverance retrospective, and before that the Vengeance Rising retrospective. So I'll be putting a link to Roxx Records and No Life Till Metal, so you can check all these albums out and go buy them if you so wish, which I highly recommend. So bear with me. And as you can see, they have impeccable packaging. You can, you know, it's not going to be messed up. Here we go. Right, I think we're in. Right, where do we start? Right. Okay. Looks like I've been. There's a sticker there by the looks of it, but yeah, right. So I've got a No Life Till Metal Records sampler. What we got on there? We got Primal, Banshee, Iron Jaw, Reptalian. There you go. Vindicator, Avengers of Blood, Madrost, Anger as Art, Gamacide, Chris Manning. And then we've got some Roxx Records bands on here as well. Minia, Seventh Servant, Reign of Glory. I've got their album. Fear Not. I think I've got one of them. And Defector as well. So that's pretty cool. Where should we start? Let's start. Yeah, let's start with this one. So, yeah, when Scott was on the other week, and we were talking about Deliverance, the second album, Weapons of Our Warfare, a bunch of people from Deliverance, from that era of the band, are in this band, and this is Retcon. And yeah, apparently, well, I say apparently, I know now, this was an essential album from that scene. But yeah, this is Behind Enemy Lines. Gold disc edition. So no doubt you get your card in there, the gold disc. Yeah, very good standard sort of 80s heavy metal, really, with an ever so slight thrash edge, I want to say. But yeah, if you think Bruce Dickinson era, Iron Maiden, think Queensryche. Very clean, very crisp, very, you know, technical but not overtly, but good choruses, real good high-pitched vocals. Yeah, think Bruce Dickinson, think Steve Grimmett from Grim Reaper, that sort of thing. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. Yeah, Retcon, Behind Enemy Lines, highly recommended. And it's kind of the missing Deliverance album. So, yeah, Jimmy, the main guy from Deliverance, does a bit of guitar and backing vocals on there as well. Right, let's have a look. What else we got? So this is a reissue from Minia. Minia is a solo project. Forgive me, I forget the guy's name. Let's quickly look it up. But he was in a band called The Crucified, and I think he went on to do Applewood or something like that. Let's have a quick look. Yes, Greg Minia. There you go. That's where the name comes from. Yeah, it's from The Crucified, and then after this he did Applehead. But there was a bit like And Justice for All with Metallica. The original album didn't have any bass on it, so they've managed to touch the album up and add bass to it. So you got this cool reissue from Roxx Records. Just filling in the collection, really. Ultimatum. This is a live album. Apparently, it was a bootleg for a while when they've officially released it. Yeah, Scott Walter's band, thrash as hell. If you yeah, like good speed metal, thrashing riffs, good bits of groove, good choruses, you can't go wrong with Ultimatum. I am going to do a retrospective on them one day. Yeah, a missing piece in the Deliverance collection. This is a tribute album with a bunch of bands covering Deliverance songs. Applehead, who I just mentioned a minute ago. Oil, featuring Ron Reinert from Dark Angel. You got 2 Deliverance songs. I think the 25th anniversary re-recording. I got another one by Oil. This is 2 discs. Blood Paid, Fake Factor. And I think you'll find Scott is on this under a different project's name. And it's with a bunch of Deliverance members as well. So, yeah. So it's a mixture of bands covering Deliverance albums with a couple of new recordings thrown in. And obviously, if you're new to Deliverance, go check out the retrospective. Shall I do this? I'm going to save that for afterwards. I'm going to do these 3 together because they're all from the same label. Right. Barren Cross. What's it called? Atomic Arena. I keep seeing this in the top 10, top 100 Christian metal albums. So I thought I'd give it a go. From what I listen again. The opening track, Imaginary Music. Think of your favourite 80s action film, and during a motorbike car chase, that would be the soundtrack to it. Think motorbike jumping up with explosions in the background. Think of a 80s computer game, Streets of Rage, something like that. Yeah. Soundtrack to an awesome 80s action film. Biogenesis, Black Widow. I picked up their latest album, must be sometime last year now, called Rise of the Phoenix. So Biogenesis, kind of thrashy, but there's a lot going on. It's quite power metal-y in a way, with some thrashy elements, some real heavy elements. But with keyboards and orchestrations thrown in as well. Loads of cool stuff going on. They're a bit different, Biogenesis. I quite like them. Some really cool vocals on there as well. And just speaking about Biogenesis, Scott said Black Widow was his favourite. This isn't an album though, this is an EP. But I thought, alright, well, I'll check that one out next. So picked that up. We've got 2 more in here. Let's get rid of that now. And Red Sea with Blood. And again, I keep seeing it on the top of top Christian metal lists, so I thought I'd give it a go. This is more classic rock though, very much in the vein of, in fact, I think the guitarist might have been in the band. Ray, he sang in Black Sabbath for about 5 minutes, and he did the demos for Eternal Idol. Oh yeah, and then he formed the band with Jake E. Lee. Oh, what was that band? Badlands. Yeah, I think there's a member of Badlands in this, I believe. But it's very much in that vein. Think LA rock, but really good riffs, really good solos, great vocals, good catchy songs. If you're into, classic heavy metal in a classic rock kind of way. And I kept reading that this was essential, so I thought I'd grab that as well. And then these next 3 releases are from Scott's label. So this is No Life Till Metal. You can see it in the spine there. So yeah, first up, in no particular order, we've got Avenger of Blood with this is completely re-annihilated, but I think you'll find the original album was called Annihilated. So this is a re-recording of the band's 2005 debut album. Apparently they weren't happy with the sound, so yeah, as an anniversary, they completely re-recorded the album. It sounds awesome. They're an American thrash metal band, but think German, think Sodom, think Creator, think Sadus. They're not American. No, Sadus are American, aren't they? But think Sodom. I'm trying to think of German thrash bands now. I'm having a brain freeze. Creator. Oh, Protector. Think stuff like that, And very cool, very frantic, very harsh vocals. Demolition Hammer. That's another good band. You can think, throw Sadus in there as well. But yeah, really good thrash metal in a real harsh, gritty kind of way. This is a band called Reptalian. Is this? Yeah, this is a self-titled album. Features, I forget the guy's name, but he drums in Annihilator. But pretty much, I think every drummer in Canada at some point has drummed in Annihilator. But yeah, this kind of rough around the edges. This one, kind of a bit like a demo, but in a good way. Really cool bass lyrics as well. I'm assuming the singer wrote the lyrics for this, but whoever did write the lyrics to this album, they know what's up. Let's leave it at that. And then, yeah, last but not least, this is Primal with I want to say Human Machine, but it's not. It's Machine. There you go. Right. And got a sticker thrown in there as well. Yeah, again, very just classic heavy metal. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention. Reptalian are thrash. Yeah. Think Annihilator. You know, you get that kind of thing. But, yeah. Primal, classic heavy metal. Nice and melodic. Not too heavy. Slightly stepping in thrash territory in places. I think you'll find the vocalist on this album's quite unique. He's from Argentina. And with some albums and some bands, the singer tends to be a deal breaker. You either get it or you don't. Think King Diamond. Think Geddy Lee of Rush. This singer is very much like that. I think he's going to divide opinion. But once you've listened to it a few times and you kind of get used to it, I mean, you get what he's about. He's good at what he does. And yeah, this is really good stuff. And I think you'll find this features a guitarist. If you're into Christian metal, you're going to recognise this guy. Let me... I've done no preparation for this at all. I do apologise. Is this them? Yes. Right. You've got... I'm pretty sure it's the guitarist. You're right, no, you've got a drummer who is in Hyrax. Awesome thrash metal band. And then you got, yes, guitars. Glenn Rogers. Oh, right, so... Oh, I think you'll find this guy was in Retcon. Was he? No, I don't think he was. Right, so he was in Deliverance. He was in Heretic. He was in Hyrax as well. He was in Vengeance Rising and the reformed Vengeance Rising, which is once dead. He was in Still Vengeance and Viking. So yeah, loads of bands under his belt there. And Alberto Zamarbide, I think that is the singer, and he was in a band called Logos. My favourite word. And yeah, that's the guy on the vocals. But yeah, it takes a couple of listens to get used to. But yeah, this is cool stuff. And rewards repeated listens, we'll say about that one. But yeah, if you want some good thrash groove metal, Reptalian, I highly recommend them. Avenger of Blood, if you really want to get nasty. Red Sea, if you want a bit of laid back, rocking out, good stuff, you know. Biogenesis, if you're a little on the gothic side, but a bit of orchestration, maybe a bit of Devin Townsend, if you like to get a bit crazy, check out Biogenesis. Baron Cross, if you like your 80s classic metal. Deliverance, you know all about them. You've gone and watched that retrospective video, haven't you? I know you have. And if you haven't, you're about to. I know you are, but not just yet. My good man, weightlifting and headbanging, ultimatum. That's all you need to know. And, of course, a good bit of Bible bashing. But, and then Minia, good thrash metal as well, with a bit of a classic rock edge. Got the sampler there, No Life Till Metal. And then, yeah, Retcon. If you're a big fan of Deliverance and you like your classic metal with a bit of a technical, thrashy, proggy. There's just a little bit of everything on this one. This is a cool album. And, yeah, into the section that I'm going to have to find room for it. The collection is building up. Like I say, ever since I came to faith, I kind of had the same prejudice as everyone else. So I was, you know, the music press would tell you that Christian rock is, you know, all load of rubbish. don't believe them. There's some great bands in there, and I've discovered some music I would never otherwise have discovered. So that's why I'm doing these albums, just to, and which is the whole point of this channel anyway. If I can introduce you to a bands that you may have perhaps otherwise missed, that's the whole point. That's my buzz. It's when someone says to me, "Yeah, I got into that album, and it was your review that turned me onto it, and now I love it." You know, that's what I get out of this. So, yeah. Oh, and this also turned up in the post, the new album from Body Farm. I've been listening to this for the last couple of weeks because I think it came out at the end of February, so I got the downloads sent through, but it was sent from Germany, and it's taken a while to get here, but it's here today. I'm going to do a proper review of this tomorrow, though, because I'm getting a bit tired now. I've just got in from work, and yeah, it's getting a bit late. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Check out these bands. Look in the description. Check out Roxx Records or No Life Till Metal Records. Come back tomorrow for the review of Body Farm. And yeah, stay out of trouble, and God bless, and I'll see you all soon. Take care.